Welcome all. This is L. Prabhakaran. The topic is defining various types of elements in document type definition. In XML, we have different kinds of elements like child elements, which is carrying another child element. The child element may be in sequence or in different order. Child element can have text, and the elements may have mixed type of content, that is text as well as child elements, and sometimes it won't have any content for it. So this is empty element. The element with the text, which includes numbers, symbols. The symbols, it includes less than, greater than, ampersand, single quote, double quote. These are special entities. So definition is not required, but these symbols can be included as like special entities. And characters, uppercase characters, lowercase characters, these are the text can be given for an element. Limitations with the document type definition is it cannot validate the text as numeric data or non-numeric data or symbols. This kind of validity is not possible with the document type definition, but anyhow we have lot of methods to defining the various kinds of elements that we will discuss one by one. Let us have the first type element, which is carrying child element. How to define and what are the different kinds of child element can we have? In this video lecture, you will be able to learn defining an element to carry only single child element. So this is the first one we would like to have. An element can have one or more child elements. They may be sequentially arranged, and it may be choice based elements or the child elements with no restrictions. In the sense, any order and different kinds of elements, text based, content based, mixed content based, empty element. These are the pattern of and child element. The first one we have single child element. How to define element to carry child element? In this example, this is the syntax: exclamation, element, space. This is the element, that is parent element, going to have child element. Here I have mentioned only one child element. So in this slide I have shown how to define an element to carry only single child element. This is XML document which is having the root tag as student, and it has only one child element. What is that? Roll number. This is internal DTD we have declared within the XML document, so that it is called internal DTD. We have started the internal DTD as well as external DTD with the help of the keyword exclamation doc type space the root tag name, opening square bracket and closing square bracket as well as angle bracket to close the DTD. So in this DTD, the XML document should start with student tag, and the student tag which is having only one child, which is roll number. The roll number, I have defined the roll number to carry only text, so that hash PC data. This is the example. In this example, I have defined an element to carry single child element, this one, and element in sequence. This is second we are going to have. Look at this example. This is number 2 we have declaring element with sequence of child elements. We know that the sequence, the sense which element should be first, which element should be second, which element should be third. The order that we have to specify for all as child elements. So, the order indicators or comma can be used here for separating whether it is child 1 or child 2 or child 3. This is actually a kind of grouping the elements. Coming to this doc type, student element, which is root element. So, I have created the root element as student. Every element should be defined. I have started declaring the student element, which is having roll number, comma, name, comma, course. So, this is only the separator we need to have for specifying how many child elements we have. So, roll number, name, course, these are the 3 child elements for student. Whether we should keep the definitions in order? No, it is not necessary. I have to specify roll number should be a first child, followed by name, followed by course. So, the same way it should be there in our XML document. Otherwise, it is invalid document, because based on the student, child elements are roll number and name, then course. So, the order should be given correctly. This is the first child, and it should be a second child, and it should be a third child. In the same way I have given in XML document, so that this is valid. Roll number is written first, this is first child. Name is a second child. Course is a third child. So, the same order, sequence, it should be written in XML document. That is why this XML document is valid. Suppose if I change the order, I have given the roll number as a first one and course is a second one. In the sense, the XML document is invalid, because according to DTD, roll number should be a first one, followed by name, followed by course. This is only the sequence. We should not change the order in XML document. But while writing DTD, you can write the roll number first, definition, roll number first. Then you may write the course definition second. Then you may write name definition third. Here, the definition may be written anywhere in the document type definition, but it should be written. That is enough. Where it is defined is not necessary. It should be there in XML as well as it should be there in DTD. So, this is declaration about elements. Based on the declarations in DTD, XML documents are written. So, in this example, I have given how to define an element to carry child elements in sequence order. Coming back to this, with choice, elements, say for example, I would like to have a child element with choice of child elements. Say for example, exclamation element, this is parent element, which is having 3 child, but not all the 3 child can be given for XML document. Any one will be a child, but I have listed child 1, child 2, child 3 with the separator is vertical bar I have given. The vertical bar symbol has been used for specifying the choice of child elements. I can say out of 3 child, only 1 child element will be a child for an actual XML document. Look at here, only roll number I have given. So, anyone can be a child, not all the 3. In this example, I have given 3 child elements. Look at here, the student is a element which is carrying roll number or application number or serial number. These are the 3 child, and definition should be given for all the 3 child. Roll number has been defined hash PC data. That is, roll number can hold text, name can hold text, course element can hold text. Look at this example XML document in which the roll number is having text. I have given only roll number as a child. I have not given all the 3 elements or child. This is the difference. The previous case we have given comma. Look at there. So that the 3 child elements should be given the same sequence. But in this, choice of elements only I have given. So, child 1 or child 2 or child 3, not all the 3 elements. This is declaring an element with the choice of child elements. Then coming to this, element with any content. These are coming under child elements, different pattern of child elements. Fourth one, I would like to show you a syntax for declaring an element to carry any pattern of child element. This is the syntax: exclamation element, element name followed by space and any keyword. It should be given in capital letter. I can say the student element can contain any type of content, including child, text or mixed type of content. In this example, the student element has been declared with any, so that element roll number I have given. What about roll number? Roll number, as per this DTD, the roll number is not specified as child or parent for any other element, but I have given the roll number which is going to carry text. I have created student element. As per this, it should be a root tag for my XML document. So, student is a root tag I have, and student can carry any kind of child or any kind of content. So that student is carrying roll number, but in our DTD I have not specified anything about the student element, but it allows the user to have roll number as a child for student. It is because of the row, that is any keyword. Actually, the well programming will not have this kind of any keyword representation, because I want to have my XML document with specified number of or actual defined child elements, sub-child elements, and I need to specify its number of occurrences. It's a good way of programming, writing proper markup language, so that the any will not be used as much in the forthcoming demonstrations. Next, we have the element to have group of elements as child. I can specify either first group of elements or second group of elements. I need to differentiate, this is first group, this is second group. In the sense, what is the symbol used for grouping elements? That I can show you now. The grouping of elements, syntax, exclamation, element, space, element name, and this is actually a symbol, that is opening, closing parenthesis, used for grouping elements. The elements can be given with a semicolon for separation. Look at this example, doc type, student element, the student element carrying roll number, comma, name, comma, either mobile or email. Look at this, I have given choice. The third element of student, this is first, this is second, and any one of the two will be a third child for student. This is the way I can separate. So, how many group of elements are here? Roll number is one, name is second, and mobile or email will be a third child. In this example, XML document, student, which is carrying roll number is a first child, same sequence I have maintained, name second child, and mobile or email will be a third child, not both mobile, email. It is not allowed. Any one will be allowed. This is the way I can group the elements. Opening, closing parenthesis has been used for grouping an element. So, I can say we have seen the different types, different pattern of child elements possible for an element. Coming back to this, element with different pattern of child elements that we have seen just now, and element which is carrying text, hash PC data has been used for defining an element to carry text. Let us have the third one, which is mixed type of content allowed for an element. How to define that? And later we will be having the fourth one, which is element does not carry anything, which is called empty element. Now we have mixed type of content. How an element to carry both text as well as child element. I can have how to define an element to carry both text as well as child. This is the way the element to carry text that we have seen already. This is how an element to carry text as well as child element. The syntax, exclamation, element, is a keyword used for defining element, space, opening parenthesis and closing parenthesis. In between that, we have to specify hash PC data, vertical bar, child 1, vertical bar, child 2. So, how many child elements we want to have that are specified using the pipeline symbol, that is vertical bar, and closing parenthesis end with asterisk mark. This is only the specified syntax for defining an element to carry text as well as child elements. Here the hash PC data should be given first. This is only proper syntax. If we change hash PC data in end of this, in the sense it will be wrong, it makes some error. Actually, we want to define an element to carry both text as well as child, then that element is called mixed type of element. So, mixed type element can be defined using only this pattern, hash PC data, pipeline symbol, child 1, child 2, child 3, n number of child can be given, and closing parenthesis end with asterisk mark. So that what are the child we want to have, that can be given here, and the operator asterisk mark can be given the end of this representation. So that the hash PC data and child element declaration must be separated by the pipeline, that is vertical bar. It is given here. This is the way we can define an element to carry child element as well as text. Say for example, how to define this element? I can show you. We have an element which is student, and this is closing tag. I want to have the student element is carrying text. Student is studying BCA. BCA is a child element for student. I would like to specify the BCA is a empty element. What is that empty element? I can show you. Before that, this is mixed type of element, because the student which is carrying text as well as child element. So this is what mixed content. Let us have how to define an element to carry empty. There is no content for an element. This is syntax, exclamation element name space empty. Empty is a keyword used for defining an element to carry nothing. So doc type address. What is that? Address is a root tag, and also it doesn't carry any text or child for it. So this is empty element. Address. I can say in my previous example in this slide, the BCA is empty element, because I have closed it force. Look at there, I have closed it like this, BCA slash, it has been closed. So this element does not carry child elements as well as does not carry any text for it. I can demonstrate all this for your better understanding. I have opened XML document. Here I would like to have student or employee element. I can have the employee is an element which is carrying EMP ID, that is employee ID, and EMP name, address. I would like to have either temporary address, I can make it as contact. I can have either email or mobile number, but not both. This is my XML document. For this XML document, I would like to have all this kind of content. So the contact, I want to make the contact as like this, either email ID or mobile number will be a child, not both, but at present I have given, and employee ID I have, EMP name also I have. I would like to have course handling course. I would like to have text BCA and MCA. I would like to specify faculty handling BCA is a child, it's a empty element, and MCA also empty element. How can we define this? How to write DTD for this? I can show you defining. First, let us have the element with the employee as a first, that is root tag we would like to have, and for the root tag we have EMP ID, EMP name and contact and handling course, as well as the handling course is a mixer type of element. So, in this single file I can show you all this. First, I would like to save this document. This is EMP XML. I have saved this, and DTD also I need to save this EMP dot DTD. Right. Here, no need to start with the doc type because this is external DTD only. We have to specify the element details alone. I can have element employee has, what are the child element we have? We have EMP XML document, go there, EMP ID, EMP name, contact, handling courses. I have to specify this employee which is having EMP ID, EMP name, contact and handling course. These are the child element I would like to have. The content model of element employee refers to the undeclared element handling course. We have to specify all this one by one. Better I can save this. Coming back to this, employee, EMP ID, EMP name, contact, handling course. Okay. Actually, EMP ID should be text based, EMP name also hash PC data, and contact has child element as email or mobile number. I would like to have, not both, remember this. Then coming to this, we have to define element EMP ID hash PC data. Once if you type, automatically it is coming directly. The same way I would like to copy this, and I can just change EMP name hash PC data. So, EMP ID, EMP name is over. Then we need to specify the contact, just change only that contact. What I have, the contact I have mobile or email. So, this is the symbol we used for giving OR. Actually, it is called OR, either mobile or email. Save my document. Coming to, so either email or mobile number will be allowed. We have to define both email as well as mobile number. The mobile, what I have given, mobile number I have given. So I need to change it as mobile number. Anyone will be allowed, but I need to specify the representation first. Mobile number hash PC data. It is common for all elements to be defined. Just copy this and I have pasted mobile number and email I need to have. Look at there, I have defined mobile number or email only a child for contact, but I need to give the representation for both. It is important. Make a note. After this, handling codes I have to specify. Handling codes which is having text as well as child. Both child elements are empty. Coming to this DTD, handling codes should be defined. Hash element handling codes which is having hash PC data, pipeline symbol. What are the elements we have? BCA or MCA, and close it with asterisk mark. So we have closed this properly. After that, we need to define what is BCA, what is MCA. Element BCA I have given in capital letter. It is empty, not hash PC data, because I would like to keep BCA as well as MCA as empty element. So I can copy this for MCA also, just change only this. Now my XML DTD is returned. Coming to this XML document, I have defined all the element as specified in my XML document. After the statement, we have to write, we have to specify exclamation doc type the statement. But instead of writing this, just I am making an association with the document type definition. How to make that association? You can have it from this. You can select this, the associations. 1 minute, we can store this. We have to save this document first. I have to specify doc type, then employee. After that, I have to specify where that file is exist. The file with the file name is emp.dtd. Close this, and it is enough. The document has been closed. Look at here, once if I have given this association with this DTD, the document has been associated successfully with this XML document employee. Once if I have make a association, automatically it has identified that email or mobile number, not both, can be allowed. So unexpected element mobile number has been shown here. As per my DTD, either mobile number or email will be a child, not both. So coming to this, I would like to remove this one. How to make this as comment statement? This is the way I can make it as a comment. Okay, I can have exclamation hyphen hyphen, and the end I have to give hyphen hyphen closing angle bracket. So my XML document will be valid. I can say the validation successful, because as per my DTD, I have written XML document. I can say this is valid. The DTD itself, I have written this kind of code, the number of statements I have included. So in this, after making this, I can make this XML DTD. Actually, it is written outside of my XML document, so that this is external DTD. Suppose I want to make it as internal DTD, in the sense, what I have to do? Go back and we have to remove all this. After the statement, closing angle bracket, square bracket, opening and closing. In between this, we have to write the following statements. Now, I can say this is internal DTD written within the XML document. Look at here, this XML document which is carrying DTD as well as XML document. So the document should be saved with XML. This is internal DTD with XML document. Suppose it is written outside of XML document, in the sense it is called external DTD with XML document. Just I have removed all this and I can make it as again external DTD. Just I have saved this and I have saved my XML document also. I have validated. The validation is successful for my XML document. So in this lecture, we have seen various types of XML elements and various pattern of child elements that we have discussed. Summary of this video lecture: element with child elements, element with text. Element can carry both text as well as child elements, and element does not carry anything, which is called empty element. Suppose if the element which is carrying child, what are the different patterns? It may be a single child, it holds only one child element. We cannot repeat the child element more than one time. Say for example, we have another pattern of writing the element with more than one child, actually single child which has been repeated more than once. Employees, I have, this is employee element has been repeated more than once, like this. EMPID I have given, and this is EMP name, and this employee has been closed. This is child 1, it has been repeated again. Employee slash employee. Actually, how many times it has been repeated in my XML? Employees, in the sense it is repeated twice. It has been treated as records. Employee and same employee has been repeated. What is this? This is called occurrences. We have to specify the number of occurrences for an element. It is possible So, I can say single child element, and the element, that is child elements, can be represented in sequence order or with choice. Sometimes it is carrying child as well as text, and sometimes it is grouped. So, these are different patterns of child elements we have, and the child elements can be defined with mixed content or in any sequence, any order, any pattern of content it may hold. It can be separated by using semicolon if more than one child element. The sense the child elements can be separated with comma. After that, we may have child elements with text, that is mixed content that we have seen, and I have referred, these are the materials. If you want to have further look, you may refer these materials. Thank you for watching this video. Good luck.